Hello everyone, you alright? So I was in the corner, I was freaking out a bit because I didn't realise this isn't a comedy show. And I brought comedy.
Woo!
So my name is Stephen for short. You can laugh, it's alright. It's alright to laugh. I'm a comedian, apparently that's what they say about me. I'm from Australia. Anyone else from Australia? A couple of people. I don't know if you're from Australia, I know who you are. So, someone told me that my comedy was funny, so I called it That's Classic Steve. My name's Steve. That's Classic Steve. Alright. So, a bit about me. I'm actually, I tried to be a flat earther. Just never got around to it. But actually I did hear that there's lots of flat earthers all around the globe. It's just one of the jokes you're going to hear today. I got a few. So I hope you like laughing. Are there any other fellow flat earthers in the room? No? Just me. I'm the only... I'm not there yet. Alright. Alright, so if you're probably wondering what I am, I'm trans. It's really useful to get on the stage. I said about 6 times to get here. And I was thinking about it. Spider-Man is quite an influential thing for me. I watched it a lot as a kid, and I was thinking a lot about it. And I was like, what happens if Spider-Man came out as trans halfway through the movie? You know, you got that tune, Spider-Man? It could be like, Spider-Woman does whatever a Spider-Man can. It's kind of an anthem if you think about it. Alright. We're getting there. Alright, this is a really big microphone actually, isn't it? It reminds me a bit like a dildo. Just me? Alright. Alright, so did you know that pyramid schemes are like totally 5-faced? I'll explain. A pyramid has 5 faces. 2-faced pyramid schemes. Okay, alright. They weren't all good. Anyone a fan of Oculus Prime? Anyone? Any Oculus Prime fans? No? That's wild. I just got a question. What do they call Optimus Prime when they're pretty dirty? They've been in a shower for a while? Optimus Grime? Alright. You can clap if you want. That was definitely worth a clap, that one. Yeah, go a bit louder, Get it as loud as you can. That was an impression of an American comedian when they're doing badly. They always go, hey guys, how you doing? You alright? We know, alright. So I was thinking about the TV show Friends. You know that TV show? Yeah. Could it be any more problematic? I'll say it again, I fucked that up. Could it be any more problematic? It's Chandler who says that. Is the most problematic one. Actually, no, Ross is actually the most problematic one, right? Maybe, who knows? The whole world is problematic. Let's see where we go. This one's about cream, so, yeah. Alright, it's brand new, I never told this one before. How did the cream want it to be dealt with once it had died? Some people got it. They wanted to be cremated. Oh no. Oh no, it's so bad. Oh shit. My whole career is dwindling before me. Keep going. Alright, this one makes no sense. Alright, so how does an Australian, right, as in me or other people who are Australian, compliment an egg in broken German? Right, probably wondering what this one is going to be, right? Good eye, mate. I'll explain. It's broken German because it's like English, German, English, and egg is I in German. Good eye. I have a terrible memory, so that's why I have a piece of paper. I hope it doesn't seem unprofessional. This one is great. So, do you like slippers? Does anyone like slippers? Slipper fan? Slipper fan? Oh, I think I know you. I've really seen you before. That's very good. So actually, I was going to wear slippers the other night, right? But I got cold feet. So cold feet means you don't want to get married or something. But I got cold. So, yeah, it's nice. So there's a lot happening in the royal family and stuff. Keep an eye on it. And I thought I'd make one about the royal family. What's the new king's nickname? The Royal Male? It's because he's a man. He's stupid. Thank you very much. That's good. It's as political as I get. This one's pretty good. Alright, this one. Anyone from Yorkshire? From England? You're from Yorkshire? Alright, you're all from York. The whole place is from Yorkshire. Just you. You'll like this one. You may be the only one that gets it. I have to read it because it's so complicated. An estate agent, right, was having lunch and was offered some tea, right? But it wasn't good tea, as you would know, right? There's a certain type of tea. And so, instead, they had a batch of Yorkshire tea. And do you know why? It's because they wanted a proper tea. So if you're wondering what that means, and if you're German, you probably don't know what proper tea is. Just saying. Get some Yorkshire tea. Is that right? Yorkshire tea is the best. That's how you wake up in the morning. I'm going well. Are you having a nice time? Does anyone like NFTs? You're gonna hate my. Oh, no, I don't have an NFT. But I did actually go to an NFT restaurant the other day. Have you ever been to one of those? Yeah, it was good. I left so hungry though. It wasn't. Are there any Republicans in the house? Oh, there are? Oh, all right. Fair enough. I was actually thinking about how Republicans are literally a red flag. All right? Yeah, there you go. political. Wow. I was thinking the other day actually about, like dance like no one's watching, you know? How about singing like no one's listening? Is that a thing? Just thinking. So I was doing a bit more thinking about the weather. You like the weather up here? Like the weather? How's the weather up there? All right. All right, so this one is, did you hear about the weather? All right. I didn't know whether or not to take the job. I'll explain. If you think about it, the weather has no choice but to work. But it had no choice whether or not it was able to decide. It's the whole thing. We should feel sorry for the weather at all times. On that theme, this is about forks, you know, you can eat with them. Alright, these are all new jokes that I've never said anywhere else. Alright, so did you hear about the band who were made out of forks? The Forks were a band. Did you hear about what happened with them? As you can tell, I haven't done this one. They started to make music, but no one could afford it because it cost a fork tune. Wow. Alright, are there any gay people here? Yeah, that's good. It's nice to be with present company. I was thinking about aliens the other day actually, and I was thinking about what do you call a gay alien? You got it? 10 points to you. After the show, have a chat with me. So you wouldn't believe it, I was in the dark and this one came up. I was looking at a glowworm and I thought this, right? That's how my brain works. Glowworms are super bad at escaping in the dark. Right? It's because they glow in the dark. Alright. I like to incorporate some things like life stuff, you know? And so I was going to ask a question. You can ask it to yourself later. What is life-changing? That's the question. I don't know what it is. I'm asking for a friend. There you go. Next one. Yeah, there we go. So, did you hear about the royal toilet? Speaking of the Royal Mail, the King's toilet apparently had a royal flush. Okay. All right. This one's good. Yeah, this one's going to be good. It's going to be good. Can't not be good. All right. So you like rulers, right? The things you draw lines with. So why did the ruler have a midlife crisis? Let me check. Because it was stationary. Yeah. It literally has no concept of life development. It's stationary. It doesn't. All right. You're probably wondering who I am. I'm a low-energy comedian. I had about 2 coffees today, and I'm fighting diarrhea. Anyone else? Yeah, it's a thing, right? Yeah. All right. This one's good. What does a dog say after they've eaten a tree? Bark, 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 bark. Because they got bark in their mouth, you know? Alright. It's always been my dream to be a semi-professional porn star. Speaking of semis, I don't know. I was walking past the church the other day, and I charged my phone. Wow. And the power of God, am I right? Alright, this one's good. Did you hear about Jesus Christ, the guy? Apparently, he started a chain of gyms. Yep. He decided to call it the body of Christ. Does anyone have the time? Wie spät ist es auf Deutsch? You got, how long have I got? 15 more minutes? 15 more minutes. So, I've been getting into unsynchronized swimming lately. Yeah, it's terrible, as you could tell. It's terrible. So instead I decided to get into disorganized crime. So my favourite karaoke song is Darude Sandstorm. Yep, that's happening. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so I think I'm going to end on something. It's pretty spectacular. It's one of my best jokes I've ever written. I know it off by heart because I've been doing it for a whole while. Am I doing alright? You're doing this, I don't know you're waving at me. Who are you, sir? Who are you? I don't know who you are. Are you telling me to get out of here, or shall I keep going? Or... Don't worry, it's the last one, everyone. No. You can say, oh no, oh, I'm so sad. Oh yeah. No. Oh no. No. Oh yeah. It's classic Steve. Alright. So the other day, right? I was in the supermarket and I came across a guy. I said to the guy, I'm sorry to bother you there, but you look a bit like a wizard. He said, well, yes, thanks for noticing. No one ever notices me as a wizard. I said, well, that's cool. You look a lot like him. I said, well, what's your name there, wizard guy? He said, well, my name is Gandalf. I said, cool. I don't know who you are, but it's a cool name. And I said to Gandalf, what did you used to do? And he said, I used to be in movies. Wow, superstar. What are you doing in the supermarket? I said, well, you know, I'm a driving instructor now. I said, you know, it makes sense. You know, he was a wizard his whole life. Didn't go to university or anything. Just became a wizard. No education. Being a driving instructor makes perfect sense. Yeah, am I right? And I said to him, right, grand finale, I said, I'm going to soak up all the moment I can, because after this, I'm going to go to the toilet. Basically, I said, well, what happens if you have a student that's really bad at driving and they're not going to pass the driving test? He said, well, I just have to say, right, you shall not pass. You see?
Keep going. One more.
Yeah. I had no idea what he meant because I've never seen the movies. So my name is Steve. My favourite font is Comic Sans, and I don't want to go, but I gotta go. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I have 150 followers, and it's called Steve is a Comedian with an E. I spelled it wrong. studio at the end of it. So Steve, you've got to be professional. Steve is a comedian with an A, studio. There's a picture of me going like that, pre-transition. And yes, thanks.